we will be doing this without music because our music app has died. Although, sorry about last week. Sorry about I couldn't stream last week. We had a very busy week last week. But luckily I'm able to stream now. So, onward to our first topic, which is going to be about Once Upon a Time will be showcasing LGBT relationships. So if you are a Swan Queen shipper or Mulan and Aurora shipper or anything that has to do with the LGBT community or see certain characters that would like, to be together, such as, Regina and Emma, also Mulan and Aurora. There's also been some talk about a lot of Hook and Rumple for some reason. But I'm actually surprised to see this because, a lot of people write fan fiction, so they kind of hope that, that would happen. So, and I actually like what Lana said about them, shipping the Swan Queen together and such. So I hope that this actually goes through, and I hope this actually goes through really well, because once this goes through, I think it's to be really nice for season 5. Also, along with this, in the title, I've also said that the hero role will be switched. They've been talking about in season 5 that Regina will be most likely is going to be the hero. Of course, everybody knows what happens when Emma went dark. So, a lot of people are hoping that Emma will overcome the darkness and, be back to her, save herself, and do whatever that, can be there, Also, I'd also like to see, I hope that, both Regina and Hook bring out this, bring her back to the way she was. The Savior needs to come back. The Dark One doesn't need to be there. Let's see what else. Also, in this series, they've been talking about how, Zerlina will be getting back her powers. And I have to say, I don't get the story about the whole pregnancy ordeal, but I guess we're gonna see how that all turns out. I personally think it's a bad idea, but hey, I'm not the one who wrote the show. But I really do hope that if Zerlina does get her magic back, that she actually uses it the right way. I'm sorry, I know she wants to probably get back at Regina for ruining her life, but hey, that's how things roll. Another article that, courtesy of Zimbo, 8 things to know about Once Upon a Time Season 5 premiere. And, number 1 was, there is no curse, but there's a prophecy. It's stated in here that Season 5's opener will reveal a very intriguing prophecy made by none other than, you guessed it, Merlin himself, which links several desperate parties together. In other words, brings a lot of people that did want to work with each other, brings them together to work together. Also, number 2 is the Dark One's dagger as a very interesting history, which, if most of you have either figured it out or have been going throughout the seasons, if you realize the Dark One's dagger was not always a dagger. It was always a item instead of a dagger. But also, number 3 is Emma thinks she can withstand the dark magic, the allure of the dark magic. In other words, she quotes, "I will never embrace the darkness," she says at the beginning of season 4, at the top of the season 4. And pretty much, if anybody's seen the promo or the trailer for season 1 episode 1, or season 5 episode 1, excuse me, of Once Upon a Time, a lot of people have been actually thinking that maybe she will stay dark, and I really hope that's not the case. I hope that she can find her way back to the light, and I hope she can withstand the dark magic. Number 4 is a very familiar object from the Disney movie will make an appearance, and it's tied to Rumpelstiltskin's fate. I think I've heard a lot of people say it might be the spinning wheel or some object that was within the Disney universe for Rumpelstiltskin. I personally I'm not gonna lie, I need to do more research on this, but I'm hoping it's the spinning wheel, but if it's not, I'm hoping it's something that will bring a game changer to Rumpelstiltskin's fate. Number 5 says Zerlina will do the unthinkable to get her magic back. And it stated in this article, "Seriously, we gasped out loud. Pregnancy has changed the Wicked Witch, but it definitely hasn't made her softer." So, in other words, a lot of people probably are theorizing that maybe she'll hurt her child just to get her powers back. Or, I am very actually not happy that she married Robin Hood, for the simple fact that she took the missing identity of his and pretty much just, I guess I can say, tricked him into marrying her, which I hope she learns her lesson maybe this season, if this rolls around for her to be that way. But I hope this season actually brings something really nice and funny. Not funny, but at least something we all can love. Number 6 says Emma and Regina are linked even more than they ever have been. In other words, everybody knows they share a son. Their history is, all together in one bunch. And it brings them closer. And everybody's seen all the scenes where, of course, everybody goes, "Hey, that's a cute scene for Emma and Regina." Or you didn't expect to see that one little tiny moment where you're kind of thinking, do I ship them, or do I just hope their relationship gets better? Because throughout the whole entire series, it does get a lot better, including now, or this past season, which I liked, because I was hoping that they would like each other from the beginning, because, yes, she may be the evil queen, but as, as it's been stated throughout the whole entire season, I think villains that change, deserve a happy ending. And I think Regina deserved hers. But I'm hoping that this role reversal for Regina's character from villain to hero will actually maybe give her the happy ending she's looking for. Number 7 says this season is for supporting characters. Of course, I guess with bringing in Camelot and Merida, they're trying to bring in some characters for the occasional screen time, and to bring a little bit more money to the franchise, or money to the Disney franchise, because Merida is a Disney princess, so most likely it's probably going to be for profit of no more than Disney. So, and Camelot, I'm surprised they brought this in, but I'm really hoping that it makes the story a little bit more, I'm not going to say entertaining because it's not boring, but at least bring, like I said, again, more of a game changer. This does kind of make you go, how's this going to play out? Frankly, I hope it plays out pretty well, because if not, I'm going to be very disappointed in this season. And last but not least, number 8 says, just when you think you know how this season's going to go, there's a killer twist at the end of the episode. You'll never look at the Savior the same way again. In other words, in the promo, I will explain again that, of course, if you've seen it, if not, I'll talk about it. Um, of course, they're left with the reminder that Emma's gone, but it's gone back to the uh, the Enchanted Forest, and you know, they're in the castle, Regina's castle, I guess I could say, where she kept Rumple, but now Emma's place is there, and instead of you know trying to fight off the darkness, I think she is, but the way it looked, when she ripped out that man's heart, when she took out his heart, good lord. I'm just really praying that this season holds true, and hope the story's gonna be really great. Well, enough about this. Onward to Sleepy Hollow. There are gonna be some new villains coming into this previous season, even though we do not have Headless. There will be, at least as far as I read in this article, there will be 3 new villains that they shall face according to Christian Post. But this article is Reality Today. They will be faced with Pandora's Box, and one of the villains they will face is the infamous Jack the Ripper. If you don't know who he is a very, I can't really say celebrated, but well known villain in English history. And also with that, they're also going to solve one of the murders of his criminal background, and I think that'd be really nice because you don't really get to see like any villains like this. I mean, of course they have the occasional demon, but I think that's good. I think this is going to be actually a pretty good story going on. They're also, I think, going to be dealing with Pandora's Box, which who will be played by Shannon Sossaman. If you know who she is from, I think, Firefly and one other TV show I can't remember right at the current moment. But I'm actually happy also for this season. I can't wait. I'm also ready to see Joe Corbin come back, because I actually wanted to see him a little bit more in season 2, but I'm actually glad he's coming back for this season, because with this storyline, they're also saying that Ichabod and Abby could use all, the help they can get. Because of course, of dealing with, the demons and the monsters and everything, there's going to be some tough times between Ichabod and Abby because of a former lover that's coming in this season for the new boss position. And also, if you're going to New York Comic Con on October 9th, 10th, and 11th, Orlando Jones will be at table number 14 signing autographs. I don't know if it's the whole cast is supposed to be there. If I get that information or get that research, I will put it in a updating episode if it's not close enough to the premiere date. If it is, I'll try to explain it a little bit more so you get more details on that. This is basically, I think most of this. Okay. This lady right here is going to be a new cast member, and excuse me. Susan James, she's going to be talking about filming the plot of the TV series. And I'm actually still really excited to see this. And I've heard over certain site, or at least Google is one of my best friends for news on Sleepy Hollow and all the other shows I'm talking about with you tonight or this morning, however you want to put it. That this season also they're going to Excuse me. I've heard that they did the promo for the crossover where Bones and Sleepy Hollow, of course. And I think it's gonna be really funny because if they could be really funny if Ichabod, sorry not to be rude, but breaks Temperance Dr. Brennan's brain. I think it's gonna be really funny because of course, like I've discussed this with my co-host and a couple of my other co-hosts here at Once Upon a Sleepy Time in Gotham, and we talked about to see, like, if she would believe he was from that period, and and also see whatever whatever the case they have to work with Bones on that case. I think it's gonna be funny. I hope it's really fun, and I hope they can actually bring this maybe series together, maybe more than just once, maybe twice or whatever. I just hope it actually goes pretty well. Moving on from Sleepy Hollow. Excuse me, don't mean to close tabs, but trying to get it moving along. If you guys have had recently seen the season 1, or season 2, episode 1 of Gotham, I was very well impressed with this show, with the first episode of this season. It got really good. I mean, of course you see here Penguin, he thinks he's king of Gotham. Little does he know that little seat is not going to be there for very long for him. Also, we see a few villains rising in this season, which is Theo Gallivan and his sister Tabitha, who is supposed to be Tigress in the DC Comics. When that scene came around, and of course being the supposedly newcomers of Gotham, or who have big ambitions and big plans for the city. Pretty much, it's been stated in the episode that pretty much you want to set all the loonies free and run Gotham. Also, with Jim Gordon being reinstated to GCPD, with of course with the help of the King of Gotham. This is gonna make it a really tough episode. I really do hope he does. They don't find out. Oh, what did you guys think about the one section of the episode where Jim kills the guy that he's supposed to, Penguin sent him to collect the debt? You guys think he's gonna be found out? I personally hope he doesn't, but that's just me. I really hope to see this season take off very well. Also, I got a couple other articles that, hang on, excuse me. Excuse me, ads. Also, when talking about this episode, a lot of people have been asking if he's Ra Al Ghul, or excuse me, Theo, or yeah, I'm sorry, Theo. They're asking if he's gonna be Ra Al Ghul because of Tigers, and of course, a lot of people since Harvey Bullock quit the force, a lot of people are itching to see, Harvey Dent. But here's a couple pictures of the villains. If you haven't seen season 2, stop this podcast and go watch it. It's on Fox.com. And it's a 44-minute episode. But, there's Tabitha, who's supposed, like I said, who's supposed to be Tigress. And, I really had no bad saying with Gotham. I think it's going to be really nice. And, one more thing. There's a post on Google Plus that, it's a, poll. If you guys can get if you Gothamites can get your hands on this poll, it's asking which villain's backstory did you like the best, which is Penguin, Fish, Don Falcone, Selena Kyle, who is Catwoman, or Edward Nygma, who is the Riddler. Just give it a vote and put it in the comment, or go by our Facebook or Twitter page and tweet what you posted or tweet what you voted. Also, this is a season. This is a recap for this episode. Excuse me. I'm really scared about him becoming like the crooked cop ordeal. How he did with Penguin, the deal he did with Penguin just to get his job back. I'm really hoping that this crooked cop business doesn't come back on him. And also I'm hoping that that if the crooked cop does come back on him, that he can find a way to get off scot-free. Or find a way to turn in Penguin. Either way, even though they're supposedly supposed to be friends. Which also, how did you guys feel about him saying, Jim saying, "You owe me one," and then Penguin going, "Oh, do I owe you one? I didn't think I did." When he let him live, and when he, did everything he could to cover up for Falcone, making sure he didn't get killed or he didn't get in trouble. Yes, he did arrest him, but when he arrested him, at least he put him in the hospital and got him out scot-free. So, Penguin, I believe you owe Jim Gordon at least that one favor. This is a synapse for synapse for the next episode. If you don't want to know anything about it, just pause or pass this or pause it, whatever you want to do, and you can either go look it up for yourself, or you could just if you don't want to know anything about the next episode, just mute this part, or whatever you want to do. Pretty much, it just recaps pretty much what happened in season 1, which is Theo Gallivan just pretty much took Barbara, Jerome, and a bunch of the other, bunch of 6 inmates from Arkham to set them free within the city, and pretty much just bring down Gotham, if I had to put it that way. And with, of course, Jim Gordon back in the detective instead of back to police commissioner where he belongs. But anyways, but at least Captain Sarah gave him his badge back, which I'm hoping he will keep his promise to Bruce. And with this, the secret letter is what got me from Bruce's dad. Pretty much, I think he knew his son would start asking questions about the plant, or about Wayne Enterprises, and want to dig deeper into the dirty politics and know about the world. Also, the one other thing that got me about the letter is, the last part of it where it reads, I don't know. He pretty much said, I love you, son. I don't know how old you are, or if your mother and I are still alive. Which, if he read the letter, of course, his dad's dead. But, um, it kind of got me because he's like, I don't know how old you are, and if you're, what your life is in Gotham. But the last thing I remember, I liked at the end of it was, he said, it's better to be happy than to know the truth. Unless you have a calling, a true calling. And pretty much that's the birth of Batman. Let's see. Now moving on to random chat. Harry Potter fans, rejoice. J.K. Rowling has written a new Harry Potter story, and it is free to read. A courtesy from the Mirror. J.K. Rowling's written a new online story. It's free to read. It reveals the wizarding, Harry Potter's family, pretty much. And I guess it begins all the way back to the very first, it says beginning back in the 12th century, where the Potter name originated, how he got how he got the money he has today. Everybody knows how the invisibility cloak became a family heirloom. If you don't, read this story. It's on Pottermore.com, which also has a new new redesign for the website. If you get a chance to check it out, give me a comment and tell me what it looks like, or if I get a chance to check it out, I'll make sure to talk about it in the next episode. Excuse me. Alright, onward to anime news. If you're a PS4 console owner, and you are a fan of Afro Samurai, well, they have decided to make Afro Samurai 2 Revenge of Kuma. I read this article and it says that, it's gonna have basically the same storyline, except it's the revenge of Afro's adopted kind of, I guess I can say adopted brother, or foster brother, with still music from RZA and Samuel Jackson as Ninja. Although they say the gameplay for this was pretty bad, I hope it surpasses, and I hope it actually, because of course, overall they said the grade was a D for the game, with -B for the graphics, sound, -B gameplay. I hope that comes up when if they actually. I don't think it's out. I think it's just in the process, but I hope it goes up after a little bit. And the presentation, of course, got a D. It don't sound too good, but believe me, when it comes out, give it a chance. Also, if you're in the of course, with Halloween around the corner, what is it? I think it's either Anime News Network or, excuse me, the creators of the Cool Headedness is doing a prize lottery, and with certain prizes like a collection of books, the goldfish flower stuffed pillow, slippers, drunken, I guess, I can't really say it, excuse me, in plushie form, you got plushies, face towels, drinking glasses, assorted stationery, mascot phone straps, rubber coasters, another stuffed pillow, but the diamond version, and last but not least, a Kararashi plushie. The lottery was launched on Friday, and it's holding a Twitter campaign where the lucky tweeter will win most of the lottery prizes. So if you're subscribed to this anime's Twitter, or the Tokyo Otaku mode, or Amanaski, you if you're subscribed to either one of those Twitters, go ahead and hope you win the lottery. Oh, if you're a user of 4chan, and you've probably heard the news that Moot has sold 4chan to 2chan's founder, Haruyuki Murashimura. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't say the last name. Excuse me for my pronunciation. But I hope it has no problems with this. I hope that 4chan will still be everyone's known to everybody. Everybody is either their favorite website, most hated website, or however you want to put it with 4chan. But I hope this actually either increases 4chan, betters 4chan, however you want to put it. I hope it just does either a great job. I hope it does a great job with 4chan. So, new owner, I hope everything works out for you. Well, I think that's everything I wanted to cover tonight, guys. Yep, that's it. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope everything is a good night, and I will see you guys next week. And as we say in Once Upon a Time, all magic comes with a price. And as we say in Sleepy Hollow, is anything but sleepy. And we'll see you guys on October 1st for Sleepy Hollow's premiere. And don't forget, this Sunday is Once Upon a Time. And please, if you're watching the show, tweet. I will be tweeting about it on Tuesday, and I hope it'll be really great. See you guys soon.